Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Imagine going on a date with Nia alone, giving her the wrong phone number, then laughing about it. That's what Chris Rock did. According to Chris and Nia, back in the Gap, when Chris Rock was on Saturday Night Live, he and Nia went on a blind date. During the date, Nia said something that Chris did not like. And Chris was like, man, it's that one time, you know that one thing that somebody can say and you know there ain't gonna be a second date? He said this on the Wendy Williams show back in the Gap. So let me tell you how I got here. An old clip resurfaced from Chris Rock and Nia Long on the Wendy Williams show when they were promoting Chris Rock's film about the hair, right? It was posted on a Nia Long fan page. So everybody's talking about this and they're going like, man, how can Chris Rock give Nia Long the wrong phone number? How you gonna do that to Nia Long? They was citing how pretty she is and, you know, how accomplished she is and all of that stuff as to why he shouldn't give her the wrong number. He shouldn't have given her the wrong number. Ladies, I don't really know one woman out here who did not give a guy the wrong phone number before. And I'm sure y'all have given guys who y'all consider cute the wrong phone number too, right? Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And let me tell you something, fam. I ain't got no problem with Nia Long. But maybe you'll understand it more if I tell you why Chris Rock gave her the wrong phone number. According to Chris, he asked Nia Long during the date if she was seeing anybody. And she said no, but I know where to get some DIC if I need it. Yeah, sweet little Nia said that. Does that change your perspective at all? It changes mine because if I'm going out on a date with someone who's a prospect, right? And I'm serious and I hear a woman say she know where she can go get some DIs, man, that ain't the type of chick that I want to be with. That ain't the type of chick I'm gonna take seriously, right? Y'all know how I go, fam. Typically, y'all would say she was for the streets. Y'all know y'all would say that. If y'all didn't know Nia Long from a hole in the ground, y'all know y'all would have said she for the streets. Run, man, run. But now everybody want to play on Chris Rock's looks and talk about this and that and play on Nia Long's looks and how he's not deserving of her, this and that and the third. Let me tell you something, fam. See, that's why a lot of us are in the situations that we're in now, because all we see is what a person look like. Yeah, that's all we see. Looks are important, don't get me wrong. You know, it starts with attraction. You know, you got to first see something you like and, then you pursue it, right? But let me tell you something. If you are relying on looks to be the foundation of your attraction to a person, you are going to be in for a huge surprise because looks fade. Accomplishments are not everything because accomplishments do not tell you about a person's character, values, or how they're going to treat you. It do not determine none of that. That's that person's accomplishment. It's impressive. Accomplishments are impressive. Yeah, you got to be a hater to see somebody really doing their thing and not acknowledge that, to not look at it and say, that's impressive. Get out of here. You lying if you say you're not. If you're lying if you say you don't see somebody doing their thing and you're not impressed by that, right? Sometimes you're so impressive that you start hating on them. Achievements do not reveal a person's character, values or how they're going to treat you. So that's why a lot of us be getting caught up, because we just be looking at them looks. We just on the looks now. And for some people, that's all they got is looks. That's all they got is looks. And guess what? Looks fade. So you got to have something after that. You got to have something to balance those looks, those good looks, you know. Shouldn't be ashamed of your good looks now. Don't get me wrong now, you know. Work those good looks. But work on your character too, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you invest in your values and make sure you treat people right. I was going to say treat people how you want to be treated, but some people like being treated bad, you know? So that don't mean the other person wants to be treated bad, right? So my 2 cents, fam. Chris Rock actually did the right thing. He did something that most dudes would not have done. Most dudes would have been like, man, that's Nia Long. I ain't giving that up. At the very least, they would have stuck around to hit and say they hit. He had it too. He played the game that women play a lot. He gave her the wrong phone number. She couldn't take it. After a week, she couldn't take it anymore. What, this guy hadn't called me. He hadn't called me. Let me call him. She said she called Chris because she hadn't heard from him. So she called him after a week. And it was the wrong phone number. Yeah. How many fellas out there would have done the same thing? Give me a thumbs up. Be honest. Be honest. If you had went on a date with Nia Long and you trying to be serious, and I'm assuming that Chris was trying to be serious, because if it was just a chick just to kick it with or whatever, you know, if she's saying, I know where to get some D from, you say, yeah, you ain't got to go far, it's right here, right? So I'm assuming he was trying to be serious. He wanted something serious. And when she said that, that struck her right off the list. So how many of you out there would have done the same thing if you were out on a date with Nia Long and you asked her, well, you seeing anybody? And she told you, no, but I know where to go get some DIC. Would you have given her a wrong phone number? Would you have ghosted her? Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you say, no, man, you know, I know my conscience was telling me that I should, but, you know, I couldn't do it, man. No, I can't do it. I already know the answer, because there ain't but a few good men out there. It ain't but a few who could do it, who's strong enough to do it. No more talk.